Hey, Antichrist Magazine, I'm Dan from the band Vortex. Vortex is a symphonic death metal band from Cold North, Quebec in Canada. Where we come from, everyone speaks French. Very few people speak English in our town, in our area, so you will excuse my poor English. I hope all of you will understand what I'm saying. So let's start. We have been sent a question by internet, and I will respond to them. Yeah, so we're from Quebec. The band was founded like 25 years ago. We started as with another lineup. I'm the only founding member, and we started like most of the band playing cover songs in bars. So at the time, no one, nothing had the name Vortex, but now, like you've got all kinds of products wearing that name. But at the time, it was we thought it was a good idea because it was like French and English at the same time. You pronounce it the same way, and it's written the same way in English and in French. So it came from my. I'm really into physics, so black holes and general relativity, quantum physics, and everything. So I really liked the name because it was like metal at the same time. So yeah, this is where the name came from. We had many lineups with the years, and for about 20 years we've been doing only our original music. The last lineup has been together for 10 years, and we have like we put out 4 albums, all symphonic albums. So the last one we just put out about a month ago is called Alien Realms. And every time we write an album, we start by finding an interesting story, something we like, and we always write conceptual albums. The idea is to put ourselves in a place where we have to fit the music to the lyrics. So let's say we have 6, 7, 8 songs on an album. Each song is a chapter of a story, and we force ourselves to find the music that will fit what's happening in the story. So it's not just like bringing good riffs to the drummer and jamming them. It's also kind of an artistic challenge to fit the music to the story. So a good thing is to read the lyrics at the same time you listen to our albums. It will like enhance the listening. So yeah, the other question was the title of the last album, Alien Realms. The title, it comes from the idea behind our story for the last album. It's like humans go into space to find intelligent life, and they find it, but it's not exactly what they thought it was. So they would find real aliens like coming from other planets, but they will also find out that there are other forms of intelligence in other dimensions, in the same physical space as we are. And so Alien Realms is with an S. It's because there are many realms and many types of aliens, and this is what our story talks about, the last EP. The cover art, the last albums we did, we worked with a guy whose name is Rudy Gorgon Suicide. Usually this guy is more into gore artworks, but he's really talented, and we decided to ask him to fit the stories we make. And for each album he nailed with the artwork exactly what was in the story. So the last one, the last EP, Alien Realms, I asked him to portray an astronaut with aliens coming from other dimensions and coming towards him, and he made it a bit like scary. It was not intended at first, but it's a really metal cover artwork, so we liked it a lot. And the first drawing he sent us, it was what we took. We didn't ask for we didn't even ask for any changes or anything. So yeah, go listen to it. It's everywhere on the platforms. Alien Realms from Vortex. The other questions I have are not related to the EP. What do you do for livelihood outside of music? Well, all of our musicians are most of us are directors of companies. I know it's not like the regular metalhead job. But I'm a director for a small company selling we sell metal. So yeah, it's a kind of it's a I play metal and I sell metal as a job. So yeah, and other guys in the band are also like managers for all sorts of companies. Like our singer is a windmill manager. He manages like a park of windmills. Another one is a manager, a team manager for a company who are into telecommunications. And one of us, the guy who makes the orchestrations for us, he's like a creator for a big corporation, but he also has a sideline where he writes music for commercials or for video games. So the orchestral part comes from him. We write the ideas together, but Mathieu, his name, is the guitar player in our band. He also makes the arrangements for the orchestrations. And by the way, our music is metal, is death metal. So very often it's based on guitar riffs, but very often also it's based on orchestral ideas. So sometimes we'll just have an idea for the orchestra. It'll be a melody, and we know what will be the instruments playing it, and we'll even sometimes like build up the melody with the orchestra before trying to put riffs and drums on it. So the way we write is very diverse. Sometimes it's the band and we had orchestra, and very often also the orchestra is like the main thing in the song, and then we had the band over the orchestra. Especially for the choruses where we try to write like more melodies than just rhythmic stuff. So whereas we have melodies, most of the time if you listen to the orchestra, you'll notice that it's probably the backbone of the chorus. The other question was when did you first discover your interest in metal music? Well, I'm pretty old, so I grew up in the '80s listening to the old classics, and I won't tell you my age, but I'll tell you that whenever Metallica put out, let's say, Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets, I bought them the same year it came out. So. Yeah, so for me it was like all the thrash bands and death metal bands from the '80s and the '90s, just the classics like Sepultura, Death, Metallica, Slayer, all the classics. And before that, when I was younger, I was into Maiden and the softer band, but they were really heavy at the moment, like. Def Leppard when they put out their first albums, and Accept, Motley Crue, yeah, the big bands from the '80s. And then I moved to thrash and death metal. For the last years, I've really been into black metal and black and death. So our music is tainted by orchestral music, by thrash, by death, but we have a lot of many parts of our songs are like come from black metal also. Our singer likes to sing death metal and black metal styles, so yeah, you if you like your music to be to go from black to death, then our music may be for you, because we mix all of this together. Obstacles I have faced as a musician. Well, we live in a small city. It's a 60,000 people city. We're far from the big centers. We're far from Quebec. We're far from Montreal, and it's not always easy to find good musicians who can play that kind of music, especially drummers. You can have a guitar player or a singer who live like far away from you, but you can't do that with a drummer. If you want to like jam regularly, if you want to write music together, it's much harder if the drummer is far away. So we many times we had a hard time finding a good drummer. We're lucky. We have the five of us have a lot of experience, and many of us are also schooled in music. And we all come from the area here. Like we all live within 100 kilometers one from another. So this is the hardest thing is first thing, yeah, is to find the guys to play with, good enough, good guys that you won't have problems with, responsible. That's a major problem for all bands, I think. The other thing is we live away from all the big cities, so whenever we play a show, we have to drive far away. So we just did a 10-show tour with Xeon from France in Canada, and just to give you an example, for 10 shows we drove 60 hours, like something like 6,000 kilometers for 10 shows. So this is like our regular driving for shows. Like usually we drive between 2 and 7 hours to go to a show, just to go, and then another 2 to 7 hours to come back to our city. So this is another thing that is not really easy for us. And then the third thing I would say is like really hard, especially for the last 10 years. Even though you put good music out, the toughest part is to be listened to. So even though you put a lot of money and time into promotion, I think it's really hard to get people's attention. So yeah, those are the three main challenges we face. I face as a musician and as the band leader. Next question was, is there a specific non-metal genre or artist you'd love to collaborate with? We like movie scores. So in the last years, one of the main guys in movie scores was Hans Zimmer. So I know it's kind of impossible to have a collaboration with a guy that has his that is as renowned as he is. But let's say we dream having a death metal song with Hans Zimmer as the composer for the orchestra would be like amazing. Talking about collaboration on the EP, we have a track, the last track on the EP that we just put out. The track is not death metal at all, it's only orchestra, and we have a collaboration with a female singer from Italy whose name is Georgia. So the song is not metal, but it's in the same vibe as the rest of the album. So I hope people will like it because we love it. She's one of my favorite singer, and when I heard the track, once we wrote it and arranged the orchestra, once I heard the track, I knew I needed her to sing on this one. So I wrote the lyrics, I sent them to her. She was kind enough to accept singing on the song, and she collaborated also. She like worked on the lyrics with me. So this track is special to me. It's not metal, but it's really like dark, and the feel is the feel of the song fits perfectly to end the EP we just put out. Next question: how do you perceive the evolution of metal music over the years? Like I said, I grew up in the 80s, and at that time I would listen to Venom, I would listen to, let's say, Def Leppard, and then in the early 90s, Morbid Angel, and we wouldn't make a difference between the subgenres of metal. So for us, it was just metal. Now, as you know, there are like what 120 subgenres. So that's too much for me. I mean, if it's metal and if it's good, I will listen to it. What I don't like is people who like are like kind of snobbish about the styles. If it's not technical enough, it's not good for them. If it's too commercial, it's not good for them. On my part, I like when it's well done, when it's well written, when it sounds good. And by the way, sounding good is not necessarily like a modern production. Like, I really enjoy listening to the old Dark Thrones albums who are like recorded with I don't know what they used at the time, but probably only one mic in the middle of the room. Anyways, you know what I mean. And I also like to listen to the modern stuff, like let's say I don't know what example to give, but what's really like almost overproduced can be good also, depending on the style of the band. Like if you listen to Shadow of Intent, like the production, the aggressive production and modern production fits well with the music. I can appreciate that. And I also like to listen to black metal that is more raw, and just like you get the sense of the music with the kind of production that is more raw and more natural. So yeah, so I like the fact that many bands now will use all kinds of influences in what they write. I was talking about Shadow of Intent. It's a good example. Like the guys are really like technically proficient. They write good melodies, but they have an incredible singer. They will add like orchestral stuff with blast beats and everything. So I tend to like the stuff that is mixed up, like and that is has a good melodic approach to. I don't listen much to what is just based on the rhythmic or the rhythmical parts of the drums or the guitar. I like those riffs, but if it's only that, it's too. I feel it's not. It has not as much dynamic, and I like my music to be dynamic and to have melodies I can like remember. It's going in. I think it went in a good way, all over the place, for all the tastes, for all tastes. So I don't have any bad things to say about where the music went. I think the idea that the metalhead is a bum and someone who's taking drugs and everything. It was like we maybe in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s it was like more true, but now I think that metal is kind of intellectualized. I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if it's a word in English, but it's more intellectual, and it's not a bad thing. Lyrics are better now than ever. The music most of the time is like people take the time to construct their songs. Like they put time on it. So yeah, I like what I hear. The last year, people, my older friends, who are still like saying that Maiden is the best band in the world, and that now there are no good bands, and I just tell them like that's because you don't listen, you don't like go on the internet and search for good music, because there are like so many good bands now. And the next question was the first album I bought with my own money. I don't remember. I think the first one I bought was a vinyl from Joan Jett. I love rock and roll, so classic. And then the first metal album I bought, I would say it was probably Accept Restless and Wild, or Pyromania from Def Leppard, some, or maybe The Number of the Beast, or yeah. And vinyls, because at the time when I bought those albums, CDs didn't exist. So, is there a conspiracy theory you think could actually be true? Oh yeah, good question. I'm really into everything that is about UAP, UFOs. So I think that I don't know if all you guys are aware of what came out in the last 5 years. I'm pretty sure in the next 5 to 10 years we'll discover that we are not alone. That the some of our governments have crafts and probably bodies. They had them for like probably 60-70 years and they just kept it secret. The conspiracy theory saying that we have back engineered some of the crafts. It may sound crazy, but I also believe this is true. So this is the theory, the conspiracy. I think in the next 10 years will come out and be we'll find out that not most of it, but some of it is true. I hope so, and I don't think we're alone in the universe, neither. So. Next question was, if your music were a movie, which one would it be? Oh, okay. I don't know what to respond to it, because each of our last four releases were built like movies. Like I said, each song is a chapter in a story. We build the music to fit what's happening in the story. So one of our goals is to make our music, our albums, sound like if they were a movie score, and the lyrics could be used for to write a story for a movie. So I don't know what movie our music could be the soundtrack for, but each of our albums are soundtracks that could be a movie. What's the worst job I ever had? Probably the very first one I had. I worked for a freight company, and my job was to clean the dry boxes, the 53 feet dry boxes, and it was like very dirty. And I was always watching my watch. Just I was waiting for the end of the day all day long, and I would go back home like my ears and my nose were like black with were so dirty. I hated that job because of that. So I'm not very into all jobs that are more how do you say, I'm more of an office worker than anything else. So yeah, this is probably the job I hated the most. If we're talking about music, the job that I find the most difficult is booking, because I'm the manager of the band, but I also have a small booking company who's called Metal Tours and Concerts. Like the 10 shows we did with Zeon last month in Canada, I'm the one who booked everything, and I also produce. And this is producing is not that hard, but booking, like getting the venues, the dates, and making a routing that works. This is the most difficult part. And as a musician, I like writing music, but writing lyrics I find very difficult. It's the hardest job in a band for me. So yeah, that's about it. So thanks for the interest in our band in Vortex, and I hope you will enjoy our music if you take the time to listen to it. Like I said, it's hard. For the last 10 years, I've seen a big difference. It's very hard to get people's attention. So please just take one listen and stay metal. Bye from Quebec.